trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Yasika and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukika, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Plus, if you look at the true God, one true God, you will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. And at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who, from their mother's womb, they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say what mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore, is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. As lamentation or complaint, I am only trying to prepare our
ọ bụ na egwu asịrị. Asilie umuwa na asili ewo na asili rikanoa. Asilie umuwa na asili ewo na asili rikanoa. Umungoke no katabulu na asili. Umungwa izu katabulu na asili. Umwaka no katabulu na asili. Umwibezelu kene na asili ewo na asili rikanoa. Asilie umwipe na asili ewo na asili rika. Asilie umuwa na asili ewo na asili ajoka. Umumwoke no katabulu na asili. Umumwa isu katabulu na asili. Umwaka no katabulu na asili ewo na asili. na akọwa asili erika n'ụwa ife asili na-eme buga lokenenu ka ọ nọ isifu anyị mana asili patafu nsogbu abata lokenenu ka nwanne na nwanne sifu ebi n'udo mana asili patafu nkewa abata lozienu ka di na nwunye sifu ebi n'udo n'ezinụlọ fa mana asili patafu ezinụlọ fa ekewa ya bụ ka anyị zelukene na asili maka na asili na-emebi ife.
Be sure to register your copy of Sam at www.spatialaudio.com. You'll feel warm and squishy inside once you do.
Yes. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. This is Biafra, the Biafra Alpha Power Media. Just give me a minute. This evening, one second, I got echoes of my voice. I need to sort this out in a sec. 1 minute.
Asiline poso podo, umi bezelukene nasile. Asiline poso podo, umi bezelukene nasile. Asiline ke wangwane na ngwane, asiline pose sinu no. Asiline ke wai noi, umi bezelukene nasile. Oh, ewo nasile rika.
Sorry for that disruption. I just needed to turn up whatever that he was giving me a feedback. Yes, my name's Amaz George Izuchukwu. I reside here in United Kingdom, and this is Biafra Power Alpha Media. And as I welcome you, and I indulge you to welcome others, today is the 27th days of October, year of our Lord 2023, and we're reaching you out from United Kingdom, North London to be precise. This evening, regardless whatever enemy might think, first of all, I need to acknowledge the landslide victory from our special counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, which our eminent barrister Honora is coming tonight to do justice to that. I'm going to let him handle that particular because it has to do with barristers. So I'll give him that. He's coming on air in a 9:30 to be precise on Biafra Radio, with our app. This is Alpha Power Media, so don't mistake it. This is a different platform from Biafra Radio. So Mazo Honor is coming on air in another 1 hour. So lay things to bear concerning the last slide. IPOB, it was concocted and it's illegal. But those that ought to know better ignored it. It cost us life. That is one of the reasons why Kenya concocted what they concocted and kidnapped our leader, because they domesticated the terrorist tag on IPOB in the zoo, and those that are allies. Some of you don't understand how the world of politics plays. Not being in your backyard, I'm talking. Like I said, I will let Barrister Honora deal with this issue. But before I go forward this evening, the main thing we came here today is this. Like I said, we are all in all our Facebook platform, Biafra Alpha Power Media and UK Media, and as well, we simultaneously broadcasting through the YouTube and allowed us to broadcast through Biafra Radio Facebook page only, just to be avoidance of that. Those are we seeing us screaming from there. It was a privilege, and we obliged to that. Now, what I want to let you guys understand is that the enemy fought because they have written off our leader. I will say something here tonight. What is happening today is not different from what happened on 2015. But the difference between now and 2015 is because the enemy within them, they could not penetrate within IPOB because there was a barrier. But this time has to happen because without this, we don't know where we're going to go. Our leader is being locked up almost 27 months now and counting. It's for a reason. And I don't think he's stupid. He's the one holding his freedom. If you want to come out today, he will be out. Now, our leader has never for one day asked who sold him. And there's something I want to make emphatically here. In the course, even me, myself, I'm a coordinator, a zonal coordinator. I've had people come to me complaining, George, those that sold Onyendu. I know so many of my members that were backed out because they said those that sold Onyendu are the same people. We said we don't know. We cannot accuse people falsely because all of us are under oath. But guess one thing, our leader is alive. And if Onyendu concerns about who sold him, that is one thing he should have said in the court. Or maybe that's what agenda you'll be pushing. Our leader never said it. And I want to say one thing tonight. Even Kanun Takanu, none of Onyendu's sibling has ever pointed finger on anybody. Because I remember one of the interview he diligently granted the drug addict in South Africa. In that particular interview, the guy asked him, who are those that sold Onyendu? I remember Kanun Takanu saying it, that he don't know and he doesn't want to comment on that because our leader is still alive. Now, the people that were supposed to be pushing to release Onyendu, they're telling you about who sold our leader. They said this over time, we'll never budge. But I want to tell you, Biafran, tonight that this is the stroke of it. And now the evidence have shown who those who sold Onyendu, even they give us figure. I want to tell you that the world we are living, a lot of people has been in prison today because of what they said in social media. Social media does not go away. As long as you speak it on social media, you might delete it from your page, but it's never going away because as you're saying it, there's people that are listening to what they are saying, that people have already downloaded that particular assertion you have made. And there's evidence against you in the court of law. Now, I want to bring you for a very significant thing before I go forward. I don't know who this guy is, but you see, China Sanwo-Olu, the devil. You know, when I started talking about this guy, some people didn't understand what I was talking about. Don't come and talk about people. But before I'm going to talk about him tonight, there's a particular message in UK here, in our former coordinators forum, that I defended this individual. I don't know who it is. But this reason why I want to show it to everybody to see is to clarify things because there's no prejudice. What we do here, we lay things to bear. And especially anything that has to do with IPOB, more especially when it concerns our Supreme Leader, there's nothing else. Our argument was very simple, that you must obey our leader. It doesn't matter where Onyendu is. They said that they didn't disobey Onyendu. But we play all those audio tonight for you to see. And before I go forward, I want to tell China Sanwo-Olu to know, because he's not invisible. He's a human being. His sister lives in Italy and his brother somewhere. What they did in Italy, we have it on audio. Because like I said, China Sanwo-Olu, this is like you see this program that I'm doing tonight. I just want you to realize that this program is already for you because he's not going to go back. You know, I tagged it. Everybody that's seeing this program tonight will see it. When I tagged it, it says episode 001, who sold Onyendu for $9 million, B.D. George. Biafrans, I want you to open your ears and start thinking like a human being. Our leader cried and said that our people are, I'm going to play this audio before I say anything. I want you to listen to what our leader said. Listen to Onyendu, very important.
Our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwa Biama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work. I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have preached.
Yes. I think every one of you have listened to our leader's voice. Very, very important that we pay attention to this. This is not coincidence, but this is reality. Our leader knew, and he cried this cry for a reason. Some of you don't understand why our leader cried this cry. I want to tell China Sanwo-Olu tonight that wherever he might be, China Sanwo-Olu, we want you to tell Biafrans. I'm going to play some voices, some, episodes that you have told us who saw the Onyendu. But before I go forward, I want to lay a foundation to Biafrans and what has happened in IPOB and why we are and where we are today. The landslide that we've gotten from the same zoo government, they knew that what they did, the previous government, the jihadist himself, the dead Buhari and his hegemony, what they have done to our people, we're not backing down. But thank God, none of you knew that Onyendu onslaught in Afali Kwibek was never filed in any court of law. Just like what Ejimaka have just done. Because when IPOB was, when they ganged up and proscribed IPOB and backed it up with Operation Python Dance, we have a lawyer before the onslaught on 14th of September 2017. That case was not heard, was not filed in any court of law in the zoo. It was the same Ejimaka that went to Umuahia and filed for Onyendu's fundamental right from his hometown. Like I said, I don't want to go into this tonight, but before I go forward, I want you to remember there was a memo that was given from Rita Eze-Isi, Madam Oyibo, and this particular memo was drafted by Ejiofor. Ejiofor has been the cankerworm that have ate IPOB. The guy have done so many things in IPOB, and even Bruce Fame. I'm gonna come to the next episode. I don't want to start unveiling, but I will unveil that particular memo for obvious reason. Let me unveil that memo for obvious reason. I will read a part of it quickly, and I will go forward because I don't want to waste too much time on this program, right? So I need to show you what I meant. Now, this is the second paragraph on this particular memo. This is the second paragraph. So I want you to pay attention, and it's very, very important. Now, this is the second paragraph, but I want you to see where everything started. This is a Ejiofor, because China Sanwo-Olu, Chike Doziem, the reason why you don't hear from Chike Doziem is because China Sanwo-Olu is faceless, it's pseudo. Assume presumably, but Chike Doziem is liable for whatever China Sanwo-Olu is doing, because there's nothing that he does that he's not aware. They're all into this together. So they are sending him because Chike Doziem knew if he said something, people are going to question it. But because people don't know who this guy is, unless one picture that is trending, but we know who he is. His sister lives in Italy. His family members are living in barrack in the zoo. Now, what I want to say to you is this. The genesis of all this problem, even Bruce Fame, I have Bruce Fame. The next time I'm going to come on air on this program, I'll read Bruce Fame. When Bruce Fame told Ejiofor to resign, that is not qualified to be Onyendu's lawyer. I have that press release, but I'm not going to read it tonight. Now, I want to show you where everything started. You see, I'm going to start from the D. You say account. You say, no, I'll stop there. I'll go from E. Say every fundraising activities must be approved by the head of finance and audit department until further notice. Rita Eze-Isi is deemed as the authorized representative and has the authority to manage all financial operations, sign, execute documents and contracts in the name of IPOB and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu without any further authorization for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Do you understand what that means? That's where they're written Onyendu off. Also, all document draft of files must be sent to so-called BB or whatever they call it. Now, why I'm reading this is because I want you to remember, because some of you have forgotten about Ejiofor. I'm not here tonight for Ejiofor. We know what Ejiofor have done, but I just want to remind you. Now, I want to tell China Sanwo-Olu that I don't know who is advising you, but whoever is advising you, they must understand that as long as you have come out and tell us amount Onyendu was sold. Remember you said you didn't know about Onyendu. I'm going to play the audio here where you know you were the person talking to our leader the day Onyendu was actually kidnapped. But you guys, you are the first person that come to the to accuse Makano and the rest of them. The same lawyer Jimako, I can't remember if it's a lawyer Jimako or Ejiofor himself, pull a memo from Onyendu saying that none of this individual was part of it. And you guys, I will read your own press release here. You know, the numerous one you guys have written. I'm going to read it here tonight as well. But before I go there, I want to tell China Sanwo-Olu, I want you, some of us remember that Tupac was shot after Michael Tyson fight in 1997. And after that, there was no arrest, but there's some arrests within FBI, but nobody was actually convicted for that murder. But the person that actually ordered Tupac killing, the guy had a plea with the FBI in Nevada. Now, there was a clause on it. 4 years ago, this guy started coming online talking about Tupac, giving evidence about how Tupac was murdered, and it has linked to P. Diddy. You know why I'm saying this? I want you to listen. Kifiki was the person that ordered Tupac murder, and now I have pointed finger to P. Diddy. Just like China Sanwo-Olu and Chike Doziem have to point finger on each other tomorrow. But because of what he said, now FBI have to go back and arrest him. I want to show you this video quickly to see. This is what this guy said, what he's been saying 4 years ago that made arrest after 27 years of murder of Tupac. Now the company, the man that ordered, or he was the person that took that took the shot, but he is the man that is responsible for Tupac death. How did this come to light? Social media. He was granting interview in podcast, talking things that the FBI already know. China Sanwo-Olu, I want you to borrow a sense on this. But you know one thing, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. That's one thing I want you to know. All the things you have told DSS about Onyendu, our leader will come out. But I want us to watch this 1 minute video before I go forward on what I want to talk about.
Appreciate your cooperation, okay? Stand right here in front of the car. Yep, let's go and put it down. I know, hang on. Put that down. Okay, all right.
New body camera video of the arrest of Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, the man accused of ordering the murder of rapper Tupac Shakur.
I need to drink some water. We'll let you get a drink.
We're also getting a look at the evidence prosecutors showed the grand jury to indict Keefe D.
When I first shot it, hit big boy in the head. I thought he was dead. Like, damn, he's dead.
And a reporter who's covered Tupac's murder way.
Now, this is his words on the social media that brought him to book. Now, let me proceed. Now, before I go forward, let's listen to Benjamin Imadubugu and the devil himself before I'm going to play their press release. I'm going to read their press release tonight. Because what we are talking about here, who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million? Who told us this? There has many versions of those that sold Onyendu, but they are not telling us how to get Onyendu out because they are still, their agenda is that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must die in DSS dungeon, nothing else. But now, thank God that this man has given us figure. He's giving us figure. Our argument was Onyendu's order must be obeyed at all times. And Onyendu is not worried about those that sold him. So we are laying foundation because this program is going to go, this is the 001, we're going to go different episode as it comes. There's so many evidence. China Sanwo-Olu, we have not talked about things you have said in the dark. But like I said, myself, I want China Sanwo-Olu, wherever you are, to understand that there's no prejudice. You see this particular thing I put up here, this is IPOB United Kingdom Coordinators Forum under Okachi. This is the forum we used under Okachi. This forum was forum we used under Okachi. Now, I want to show something here. You see this particular message you seen here, there was a time they said that our leader wife, they said, well, a lot of Ugochi Kano and her 2 lovely sons continue to have financial needs. To the end, it was agreed that a monthly contribution of minimum of $30 be made by each family member in the IPOB Eastern region in USA. This was propaganda of Nelia Ofebu and co. But guess what? Who brought this particular stuff in our forum was the person they're projecting, one of Hannes and Debo. They call Chief Knights, who brought it in the forum. He then is a coordinator. And he brought this particular issue in the forum. And this is what he said, because they are the one trying to buy favor. This is what he wrote. He said, this is to inform Biafrans, friends of Biafran and lovers of freedom. This is a forum that coordinators and, around the world, but we just ourselves there, that the wife of our leader did not in any given time authorize and request anybody. I understand it. Now, somebody picked up this particular issue. Yeah. And this is where I want to show you the person. The name of this person. I don't want to show the name of that person. Now, look at what the person wrote. He said, this criminal, China Samuel, is beginning and the end of this latest text trending. It is not this woman. It is the same China Samuel that is working with the Zoo government to continue to keep Mazen the kind of where he is today. This time around, then we are not understanding some of these individuals. Maybe they were this was of Fable. They were because they knew what happened to Onyendu, and some of us was being careful what we said. This is somebody responding in the forum where this thing was posted. He said, "Who knows China Sanwo-Olu should seriously warn him to desist from his evil. Otherwise, the God of Biafra will consume him." Now, then I didn't know. This is my response to this particular message, right? And me and the person went off on each other. Right? We went off on each other very, 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 very severely. The person that brought this message never said a word. He didn't defend it. But guess what? I defended it because I believe that China Sanwo-Olu was a principal servant. And this is my response to this message. I said, these are people they have planted in UK through help of Forest Gate. Then Forest Gate was the art law we have in UK. And I told them in their face, and I said, the same 2015 script for the Rwanda and Co. We knew all these things. Well, it is good thing that they are coming out gradually with their intention of their mission to destroy IPOB within. This thing happened in 2021 within IPOB. So I don't want to go further. I just want China Sanwo-Olu to know that people knew who they were. Those that have changed money and what China Sanwo-Olu have done in IPOB. I want to tell Biafrans, if we unveil what China Sanwo-Olu have done, home and abroad, it's mind-boggling. China Sanwo-Olu have killed so many Biafrans, home and abroad, because it's pseudo. Take my word for it, because whatever we say, we'll have evidence to back it up. Now, the reason why we come back again is that now we have a lead who sold Onyendu $9 million. Now, I want to play the voice of Benjamin Madibugu and including his own voice before I will lead their former press release about that. Like I said, I'm not going to take time on this program because the episode, I will take it one at a time.
Simon Ebe the mandate from Onyendu. Only says going to Lord GSS that sponsor Simon Eba. Now Simon Igbo person involved in him. 3 countries we have also Lord UK, Nigeria, and Kenya. This is the 3 countries in America. Also Gono, Une Chetara. Malami, Abubakar Malami formula. One group are not.
Now, your fans are listening. This is the version of Benjamin Madibugu. Benjamin will tell your fans that Onyendu, because he went to see our leader. Ejiofor blocked this guy for over 8 months not to go and see Onyendu. When he actually allowed him, they pinned him in his office. He was saying this in his office. Ejiofor was behind him. But he didn't know when he told Biafrans that the Onyendu is angry with US. That ended the discussion. Our argument was the flouted Onyendu order. Some of all these errats, today all of them are confessing. But everything we have said have come to pass because we told them the day they desecrated That day they sowed the seed of Diko, and their generation, none of this individual will live to see. Benjamin Imadubugu with his own, because he's among all this cabal. Benjamin Imadubugu Ponanchi Kelezem as leader of IPOB. Now, he now has confirmed that Onyendu said no Igbo man. This is his own version. Because there is covering up what they have done. How could Onyendu tell you that? There's no Igbo man. How could that one said that to you? But today, somebody's telling us that Igbo people sold him for $9 million. The same people. Anyway, let's listen.
Putra, announce for bounty. Listen, Onyendu. Long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya, to kidnap him, not even arrest, to kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and the Kenya, the people are responsible for what happened to him. And they deceived Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fought for them and helped them to commit the crime against humanity on him. And the private jet will be only see here. Also that private jet law, one CIA agent in that private jet.
You know, these people are giving. I want you to connect the dots. This is not what Onyendu will discuss with this clan. And even if Onyendu discusses this, Onyendu wouldn't ask you to come and tell Biafra this. But you see this man, Benjamin Imadubugu are part of people that collected this money. Let me say this to you. Do you remember that the first ESN account in America, $747 that was that account was closed. Madam Oyibo is on audio. I've done a program. Like I said, everything we do, we bring evidence with us. They share that money. They knew. Now, this concocted story that this guy is still here telling us now gives you the link of what China Sanwo-Olu had said. Because China Sanwo-Olu came out and praised them. The same time that Benjamin Imadubugu is the only person that have gotten a message from Onyendu. So how come now? He said no Igbo man is involved with those that. So even mention the CIA. How would Onyendu tell you all these things and tell you to come and tell Biafrans? Because they're projecting that our leader will never make it alive. I want you to continue.
The name of the private jet is Phoenix. Phoenix is the name of the private jet. The name is like the private jet. Only we have going to bani. Only waki at the Himmer Onyendu. Or your son going today. Only Igbo. My politician, my businessman.
I think he had it. I will still read the memo they wrote and they mention people's name. Then after they call them at the back and give them money, they will come and denounce them. Listen to me, fellow comrades. Like I said, I want you to be the judge of this particular issue because we are not going to fold our hands and watch this man continue to drag our leader to the mud. The same thing they did in 2015, they thought Onyendu will not come out alive. The same thing they are doing. Nothing changed. Let's go.
They involved in him and kidnap them in like Kenya. Oh, just since you know. Also, I'm going to have a some tangible. Open the Bundibo. Also, Mujono. Oh, my,
They kind of on several occasions have asked him to come and see him in the BSS dungeon, which we have tried on many occasions and failed. But, Chukwu Kabiama is great. Last month when we asked...
Yeah, this is the same devilish guy that said the Onyendu was sold for 9 million. But he heard Benjamin Imadubugu saying that no Igbo politician, no Igbo person that involved are those that sold the Onyendu. Which they are the sole one claiming they are the leadership, So they had a meeting. Like I said, They don't know that whatever they say, that will take account of it. But I said it's true. Every Biafran, this is not about, we have to keep this burning because somebody has to be. If Arjuna will be a blessing to this individual's name in Biafra land, subsequently, the same China Sanwo, faceless animal, now glorify Benjamin Imadibu because they're confining him. I don't need to play his broadcast because it doesn't make any sense. But the evidence, anytime he come on Radio Biafra, he must surely drop one evidence, a confession that he didn't even know what he confessed them. Because he will be, probably after he be taking a lot of drug, then nobody sees him. He can't see, like I'm talking to you now, you can look at me if I'm lying in my eyes, you can see me here, I'm not hiding. Now, the same person talking, listen to him.
Asked him to come also. He went there, he could not see him. But so God, with infinite mercy, last Thursday, he went there and he was able to meet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And we realize also for the fact that there is nobody from the leadership who goes directly or who can be able to communicate to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That people took that opportunity to blackmail IPOB leadership. They took that opportunity to.
The main thing is that this guy used blackmail over time, and that is what he specializes on. So because nobody on this earth will be pointing finger if he has not done anything. He point one finger, three is pointing at you, but you can hear how he's blabbing. But the contradiction there is there's so many versions of those that sold Onyendu. Benjamin will say, no Igbo man, no politician is involved. Not to talk about Onyendu's sibling. But he's the same person telling us that the people that sold Onyendu, after they have brought names, forgotten they give us a list of names. After they find you back, call them and give them money. After I will read it here before I go. Because like I said, another 20 minutes, I'm going to close this program because Mazono is going to be coming on Biafra Radio and you have to listen to him this evening. But I want you to pay attention, please.
Blackmail everybody they think that will be a hindrance for them to be able to hijack the struggle. That was what has been happening for 2 years. Because I could remember the day Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Everything was in order. We were communicating, like I said, I continue to say it, I was communicating with him on that particular day until he told.
I think everybody had it. He was communicating with Onyendu on that particular day. Everything was fine. Let me tell you anybody that is lying. Kanu Ntakanu is Onyendu's younger brother and a hardcore IPOB. If Kanu Ntakanu is wanting, people like us will not speak to Kanu Ntakanu. Kanu Ntakanu granted interview to this drug addict in South Africa, openly, and he sworn. Even when they asked him about who's Onyendu, he said he don't know. Our leader is still alive. But this guy came and said that Kanu Ntakanu told them. They called Kanu Ntakanu meeting, according to them, asked him what happened to Onyendu. But all of them knew. Even they had meeting with our leader that same day because Madam Oyibo and co. All of them was communicating with our leader. He just said it with his own mouth that everything was fine. That he was communicating with Onyendu until Onyendu communication cut off. He knew that your leader, he couldn't get your leader the next day, the second day, he didn't raise alarm. So who is going to raise alarm? In this broadcast he made last, he said that he sent somebody to Kenya and the person was killed in Kenya. Who is this person that was killed in Kenya? Just like Akbarawa Mende, the young Cindy Peters, the useless Cindy Peters is here in Nottingham. They brought her into United Kingdom to compensate her of murdering our people in our back. But we'll get there. But China Sanwo said that he was communicating with our leader on the day Onyendu was kidnapped. This is him that I didn't say it. He's the one that said. I want you to listen to this one before I will cut him off.
Told me, okay, I will get back to you. And that was the last day. And suddenly, we were communicating, like I said, I continue to say it, I was communicating with him on that particular day until he told me, okay, I will get back to you. And that was the last day. And suddenly.
Now, Like I said, now it's fine that we have had that. And I want you to listen to this.
Of Israel, and they will deceive on you, and you won't defend yourself. But today, most of you now are reasoning. You are becoming critical. Will be in the north, talking rubbish. Jesus said, Israeli God of Israel, and they will deceive on you, and you won't.
I want to let Biafrans understand how I said it before. Some people didn't understand when I was after China Sanwo-Olu. China Sanwo-Olu have a pathological hatred to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his household. You know, that's what they call hatred. He has a pathological hatred to Onyendu and his entire household. This guy is mocking Israel. Some of you did not know that China Sanwo-Olu, positioned in IPOB, is Middle East rep. And Israel is under Middle East. Under him, Israel was divided into two. This position in IPOB is Middle East rep. He have not done anything. Ask yourself, what is this guy doing in Saudi Arabia, in Kuwait? But anything that concerns our leader, every single one of us knew that Onyendu, in 2018, when Onyendu surfaced after they escaped the onslaught in Afalekwi in Israel, there was a national television interview. Even before then, this mandate of Onyendu restoring Biafra was given to him in Israel when he went to pray. It's on record. Now, Onyendu said in Biafra, if you want to worship a dog, it's entirely up to you. You know, Asad Okubo came out openly as a Muslim. This particular guy they call China Sanwo-Olu, these are people that live in Arab country. These are people that hold allegiance to the Arab people, to the Islam itself. Now, they did not say anything. Israel is our natural ally. And Onyendu have proclaimed openly that Israel is the only nation that have come to his aid. So it doesn't matter how anybody feel. Today, America is taking stand with Israel not because of other. There's some people oppose it in their homeland, but they stand because the national interest. It is not about me or you. It is about national interest. That Israel is for the national interest of Biafra. It might not know, because some of you are shouting on social media. We need to have an ally. It's not something. We are not a sovereignty yet. We lost our sovereignty because of this cowardice that you people are demonstrating. And now you're mocking our leader and mocking Israel at the same time. After what happened in Israel have never happened anywhere. Because if this kind of attack comes to our own land, they're going to wipe us out. If they attack us the way they attack Israel, then we are off. You have the temerity. If you don't know what to say, you shut your stinking mouth. You are asylum. Onyendu make it open, even including UK. We don't want asylum. We want to go home. You give an excuse that Israel never give us asylum. Did the Kuwait give you asylum? You moron. Because it has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He will never be well with you and your household. He mock our people and mock our people in the watcher. Everything is spite on everything our leader have done. What this guy has done, I said, I will unveil every secret, everything you done on the ground will have them, including Italy. All your conversation will have them. Like I said, this is a 001. I will go in depth on you. It's not about shouting. It's evident, because we are building all this evidence for tomorrow. All of you are going to bump up together for what you have done. You sold our leader for 9 million, and you guys think you're going to die. Well, guess what? He's still alive. And he will join us very soon. Listen to him.
Defend yourself. But today, most of you now are reasoning. You are becoming critical thinkers. You now consider yourself. You become conscious of who you are. Who will come to defend you? During the Trump campaign, most of you, out of emotion, you were sent out.
Did you see how he's fighting on our people? He said out of emotion. It was an order. And all this thing is that what put IPOB in a lamplight. You want Trump to come opening and talking about as who? What have you done? What are we giving in? How can any nation in the world want to speak to individuals. This attitude you people have demonstrated in this course of 27 months our leader went to prison. Tell me one country, because when you go to this country, they'll ask you a question. Like I'm talking to you, you don't know what social media is. There's nothing that happened in American politics I don't know, I'm not aware of, including Russia. Because social media is there to tell you everything. They will ask you a question. If somebody asks you a question, but I think that your boss is still in prison, but you're going contrary to his wishes and words, what would you say to that person? How would you think they're going to trust you? Which country? Russia. I lived in Russia. Benjamin Imadibu was not in Russia when I was in Russia. I studied in Russia. And we were large in Russia in the 90s. Go and ask questions. They will tell you. They are the people that come later part. Contact in Russia, you're wasting your time. Russia don't have time for you. Abizian bled. They don't have time for you. You optic bioman, you did a whole bled. You don't know. I lived there one school in Russia. She's the head bled. Go and ask questions, they will tell you. Right? They don't have time for idiots like you. He's smelling Russia. What will Russia do with you? You can't keep up a common secret. You can't follow common instruction. Do you know how Russian people behave? Ask anybody that live in Russia. Russia has the most. Italians, they say they have mafia. When they come to Russia, every single person is a boss on his own corner. That's what makes Russia the most dangerous place in the world to live. But they are calm as well. I want you to listen, please. Very important.
Some of you are still in the prison in Uganda today. For 4 days, Trump was in power. He never talk about you people. He never think about all those who were protesting. Even when a video came online about our people supporting him, he said these are Nigerian Christians. But knowing quite well they were Biafrans. That is why I continue to preach that the time for emotions happening around our leader today is not a child of circumstance. Anything happening around our leader.
Did you hear him? That anything that happened around our leader is not a child of circumstance. I don't even understand. Some of you understand the word this guy is using. So whatever happened to Onyendu is Onyendu's making. Let me say this to you. Let me repeat again. What happened to Onyendu? Onyendu actually caused what happens to him. That's what he's telling you. I have some audios where you blame our leader blatantly. Conversations, we have all these things. But we have kept quiet for a long time. Try to see if these people can gain sense. But like I said, we take it one after another. Just to keep because this particular information must be kept intact. Because our leader will come out very soon.
Today, for us, the IPO leadership, for the intelligence team, what we are gathering, it is a long time. And the one Martin Mandekano was revision. Let me put it. The stupidity of Onyendu's siblings and some of the lawyers, they hold Onyendu and nobody raised alarm. It was.
He said they hold Onyendu, nobody raised alarm. But you just heard the guy said he was talking to our leader the day Onyendu was kidnapped. He was the person that knew when Onyendu was kidnapped. Did you raise alarm? Let's, Biafrans, ask China Sanworu and Chike Doziem. China Sanworu said that the day Onyendu was kidnapped, that both of them were talking on the phone until Onyendu told him, bye-bye, that they will talk later. Did he raise alarm to you today? The answer is no. But he's blaming his siblings and calling names of people that they want to victimize, to blackmail. But forgetting what he have said before. Before now.
A testing ground. They know, yes, those who were aware. Kalonta cannot say he did not know. The secretary of Onyendu cannot say she did not know. But the mother, they all knew. The lawyer cannot say she don't know. Many of them knew. They knew. Wasn't on the Kano. was being adopted, $1 million. It was around $9 million. They would have brought Mazen Namdekano earlier, but because the money was not complete, they insisted.
Are you listening? They adopted Mazen Namdekano for $9 million, and he's giving you details. Negotiator. He's the person that negotiated this money. Because listen to me. Do you know what baffles me? The buffoon they call Jonathan, one of the idiots, this faceless animal that they're still in Radio Biafra today, a dead radio that doesn't serve anything. You that are coming out every day to question the Western world that our people are useless. You call yourself an anchor, even if you're so daft as if you're stuck illiterate. Somebody told you in your face that your leader was sold 9 million, giving you details. You didn't ask him, how did this happen? Because he was telling you that the money was not complete. The money wasn't it was incomplete. So all this weekend, I mean, if you think he mentioned weekend, I will know. That means if weekend who lead, or someone lead them to Onyendu, and you are the person talking to our leader on phone before he was kidnapped, giving us detail about how the money transaction was when. All we need to do for us is, like I said, my brother, you see, I had a story one time. That was a commentary I went to. Someone stole my stuff. And when I came, because there was insurrection there, and they told me that my things has been stolen. I know my things was hidden, very expensive back in the days. So I asked them, who actually said this? They told me one old man. So they thought when they told me the old man, I would just say, okay. I said, you person that you are the primary suspect, and go and get my stuff for me. At the end of the day, that man was the person that was responsible. You have said so many versions of those that sold onion. Even they have a president from Yemen Powerful, which I'm going to leave a chunk of it before I end this program. But as you can hear him now, what he's saying is giving details of how the money transaction. Now, this is not something you will say verbally and get away with, because already you have given us lead to those that sold our leader. You are the primary negotiator. China Sanworu and Chike Doziem, these are the enemy at the gate. One thing that gives me joy is that Mazen Namdekano knew. That is why he urged me and you. Second to the last of his brokers before he was rendition, he said that he urged us to go and watch the enemy at the gate. And I indulge you tonight again, because our people are docile and imbecile. Go and watch the movie, The Enemy at the Gate. Then you understand the role these individuals play. The double standard we have, number one person was Ifeanyi Ejiofor, that denied the man that sent him to school, which is Andy Uba of Orifite. The guy was planted, a criminal of his own. Now, they all involved. Now, Benjamin will say that no Igbo man was involved. The plane, which they know, they mention Ifeanyi Uba. They mention Ifeanyi Uba of Newi. Before his project bet was what they use. Now they try to divert attention but now Chinasa would have implicated all of them, because what Benjamin Imadubu said is contrary to what Chinasa is saying. Have you sat down and asked yourself question? And they brought the first press release, mention people name. I'm going to read the second one, which they publish on national newspaper in the zoo, trying to bamboozle everybody to cover up their evil deed against our leader. But we say no to it. The reason why this program will go forward, this who sold Mazen Namdekano for 5 million, a person will go to up to 100 if he chooses to be so. Because every broadcast we have made is there for you to go. We don't delete them. They have deleted everything that I've said, they're deleting them. Because these things are evident, which you can never take away. In its entirety. Now, let's finish listening to this before I read that chunk of that particular memo they wrote before I close this program.
To have money for them. And at that time, these people were snapping Mazen Namdekano on where they kidnapped him, and they were sending them. They have the pictures. Just on all of them, they all have those, because they were sending.
This is a very, very, the guy was confessing. He mentioned him the politician's name. Now, Benjamin Imanabu just told you. Wike is not an Igbo man. Hobusanem is not an Igbo man. But Benjamin Imanabu, which he praised, that went to see Onyendu, have told you, no Igbo man. Their hand is there. But they were sending picture, which we have had this before. We have had this before. They were, when they kidnapped Onyendu, when they were molesting our leader, we are sending picture to all of them. They had that picture. That status, they all have it. They knew what happened to our leader. That's why you see they were giving all this Iraq money, including this idiot girl that lives in, one thing I will tell you in this month, you see, anybody that is an informant in America, once the Secret Service or FBI have used you, or police even himself, two things is involved. It's either you change your identity or they will take your life. Those people that were with mother, with a nearly or favor from the beginning that collected money, that are telling you that, oh, they didn't know. They brought them because they wanted something. These are people looking for survival of the fittest. Those are looking for paper. But they are the most dangerous human being because these people when you say once you're out, you are out. Once you're out, in IPOB we don't pardon. Once you're out, you are out. But if you want to come back, you will go and queue from the back. That is how we operate. I want this to finish. I think I have another 10 minutes to close this program before Maazi Baristono have take over from me on Biafra Radio, please.
For them to complete the money that they have gotten Mazi Nandekano, I am telling you, and I'm going to stop there. But I want for the siblings of Onyendu to stop blackmailing people. They knew what happened.
Now, Onyendu's siblings is mentioned is Meme don't have time. Meme is very busy. Catering for Onyendu in the zoo. Canon Takano for one day has never. I challenge anybody to come out and say Canon Takano have accused anybody of selling our leader. The problem China Sabon had with Canon Takano was when they held the first meeting they held, he suggested that Canon Takano become the leader. Canon Takano looked at him and said, "Are you a moron?" Then they were fighting themselves before now. Nelo Febu projected Simon Ekpa, then all hell get loose because they were working with Simon Ekpa. I have tweets, like I said, was this program go will be unveiling things, but we want to start it in a very soft manner, just as it is now. Every Biafran, this is not about saga. Those women that have asked questions, and politely I answered them because I never said that these people didn't do anything because I was not sure. But I will not say what I'm not sure because I'm under oath. Because I knew. Some of you are toying with the oath we took, but I feel sorry for you. Let's listen, please. I got a couple minutes to go, another 9 minutes.
And the Jesus knew they knew. The evil politicians know they knew. But they were trying to deceive Biafrans. Shouting, DOS sold Mazenland. Them and
anywhere, never a time Canon Takano or anybody, the people that are saying DOS so Canon Takano, they are right. Because you just confirm it to them. We owe those people apology. We owe them an unreserved apology. And I remember some of the women in my zone, and me and them have no grudges. Some of them, I call them on phone. I don't care what they do with their money, because their primary agenda was to destroy IPOB destroy our finance and hijack our radio, which is what they did. But Chukwuka Biama in heaven is not sleeping. Now, I want to read the second press release they released about those that sold our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For avoidance of doubt. Let me share that with you. Very important. Now, I'm going to lead a chunk of this just to, to clarify some obvious doubts. As you're looking at this here, this is the press release on, this was on July 24th, 2021, right? And the title is IPOB Absolves Governor Obiano, Uncover More Traitors Individual in Nnamdi Kanu's Rearrest. IPOB absolves Obiano, uncover the same thing. So you see the logo there. This is the official. This press release was on 21st of July 2021, and it was this is the Eastern Pilot IPOB press release. Now, I'm not gonna read all of them. I just wanna start it, and then I go on the names where they're mentioned. He say through in-depth investigation and intelligence gatherings, we, the indigenous people of Biafra, in bracket IPOB, have uncovered more Biafran traitors involved in the betrayal of our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and his subsequent abduction and extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. These saboteurs colluded with the federal government to perpetrate this heinous crime, they said. Now, just as we promised, after we released the first list of these traitors, as you remember, this is the second time, and they did not know those that sold our leader. We will conduct further investigation to unveil other corroborators. Our investigation had revealed the involvement of the following individual: Senator Chris Ngige, the Supreme Court Administrator of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, Governor of Chukwuma. In his name was mentioned those that sold Onyendu. Remember that after this press release, the letter with Soludo came out and said they are emphatically working with IPOB, because they were blackmailing the Southeastern governors. The same thing they are accusing our leaders' siblings. When they blackmail them, they will call them in the back and give them money. Soludo was working with IPOB, but the African rep was not aware or have many meetings with Soludo, because Onyendu made it open that Onyendu does not go to any country without consulting the national coordinator, let alone talk about the rep of that country. Because I remember when we have issue in UK here, Onyendu contacted us to hold their meeting. Soludo and other businessmen, which they just told us that no businessman, no Igbo man. That is the message that the one they call Benjamin Madibu brought. I think he's seen here. And Imo State, who contributed immensely for the job well done handling them. Recall that in our earlier release on this, we noted that we will still investigate the level of Ngige involved in this abominable act, and our in-depth investigation have proved he cooperated in the act. Other people involved will soon be published to the public. Our intelligence units are still working to unveil them. Some Igbo businessmen and women who were involved in the abominable act in Anambra and Imo State will soon be exposed to the public. We have not had any name other than what this idiot is telling you today. Now, he go forward to say, we do not act based on rumor. They do not act based on rumor. But you have just mentioned people name. No. Hold on a second. I'm going further. He said, we, however, wish to absolve Governor Willie Obiano. Then Obiano have given them money. Money have changed hand here for any involvement in the act, contrary to our earlier statement, based on the primary investigation made by who? Governor Willie Obiano. The African rep was not aware of all this buncon, was found to be innocent after our intelligence unit conduct further investigation on him, because this individual was being blackmailed and they were giving them money from behind. We regret any harm our earlier statement might have caused him. We do not act based on rumor or mere propaganda. Senator Sir Victor Ume is innocent of the accusation against him. The voice note going viral where they mention Victor Ume is not true. And our people should disregard it. This is how they will ping pong with us. Voice message again against him. Anybody involving such abominable act should desist from such and repent, because IPOB, we get him or her. We are responsible for this cowardly act. We're responsible enough to admit our error anytime, any day. We apologize to Governor Obiano and Victor Ume. I hope every single one of you listen. And finally, say, meanwhile, the following individual, based on our in-depth investigation so far, play a key role in the betrayal of our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They not only betray him, but contributed funds to sponsor his extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. They concluded a make-up for Governor Yosef Wike, Chris Ngige, Imo State's administrative Hope Uzodinma, and Professor Chukwu Masirudo mentioned again. This is on July 21st, 2021. They decided to trap our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because of their political and commercial interests, which they considered above overall good and emancipation of Biafrans. My fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, the reason why I'm reading, like I said, I'm going to cut this program short because the barrister himself is coming in after me. Now, I want you to be the judge. This is the episode 001. Who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu $9 million? Remember where we stopped today, because I will go every single time and come on air. The evidence we'll give you here is next to none. It's next to none, because we don't just wake up one morning and start talking. I just read you the press release they released on July 24th, 2021, about those that sold Onyendu. They mentioned name. They were mentioning politicians. They brought list of people. When they call them at the back and give them money, they will come and tell you that, oh, our people need to wake up from their slumber. We don't need to far-fetch. Our leader is not in haste to come out from DSS dungeon. If you want to come out tonight, he'll come out. He's showing his own freedom. He knows that, because he knows the price to pay to get freedom. That is why no country would ever listen to any of you, because they know you guys are jokers. But like I said, who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million? This is the question. Every genuine Biafran should man up and ask all these monsters that are perpetrating, they're galvanizing themselves as their freedom fighters. And like I said, my time is up, and I thank every single one of you that have taken your time this evening to listen to me. I want you to endeavor to share this program, because this is the beginning of it. Who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? This episode 001. And I want you to be the judge for what you have heard. Do not just go back, because they have given us the evidence of those that sold our leader. But subsequently, all we are telling them is that the Biafra land has forsaken all of them. It's just a matter of time. May Chukwu Obiama guide and protect every single one of us, those that are still standing with clean hearts. And may Chukwu Obiama continue to guide and protect our leader and entire household until Biafra is restored. Thank you for listening to me. And my names are still remember as George Chukwuma. Thank you for listening for me. I'm sorry.
Accomplished in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. Ise.
Good evening, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom across the globe. My name remains as George Chukwuma. I reside here in the United Kingdom. And today is the 6th day, year of our Lord, 6th of November, year of our Lord 2023. And it's 9 minutes on top of the hour here in the United Kingdom, 8 p.m., presumably 9 p.m. in Biafra land. As we have gone back, this is winter time here in UK. And as I welcome you, please indulge to welcome others this evening. I hope every single one of you listen to the prayers of our leader to show you that we do not want more for our people to die. But whenever there's a conflict, people must lay their life down, but it must be strategic. As IPOB have profoundly said from the beginning of this journey, we do not want our people to go through what they went through before, because our people are so weak. Domicile, our leader, have cried so many times. But look where we are today. Tonight, my monologue tonight are the double agents we have in Biafra land and those within IPOB space as well. I'm definitely going to address them for a moment. Before I go into this segment, tonight is the segment of who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million US. This is the episode 0002. Like I said, this is going to go on because we will continue to educate our people. There is no prejudice. This is highly to educate those who cares, because as we can see, a lot of people have gone into a slumber mood, and people now are, wallowing in mediocrity, not focusing and thinking about what we all have sworn an oath to do. And our leader is still languishing in the SS dungeon. And guess what? That is where some people are getting their ends meet now, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been held in the SS dungeon. So every single one of them are catching out, but woe betide every single one of you. Tonight, the double agents we have in Biafra land, over time you hear people come out to attack those that have come out to request for our leader unconditional release because Onyenu committed no crime. Why would they have been attacking any single individual from Biafra land? Remember when we used to say that our parents are not getting involved, our elders, our politicians are not getting involved, but anytime you see any one of them comes out to request for unconditional or pray for Onyendu, you see all these mad dogs who unleash mayhem on them. If we go back to Soludo, when Soludo came out, they were one and done with Soludo. When Soludo came out emphatically and said that Onyendu must be released, and without Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, there will be no everlasting peace in Biafra. That is why sometimes some of you that are sitting down and be memorizing how Onyendu is going to die in prison and the struggle is going to end there. And I'm asking you, the same mistake our people made in 1967 is what they're trying to replicate again. Mandela spent 27 years in prison and emerged at the end of the day, even though today you have laid that platform. But somebody is wishing your leader dead. You are here justifying how he's going to die, hypothetically. But is that should be your worries? Or you have to fight to see that your leader being released? They came up with obedience, distracted all of you. They knew how pathetic and weakling you guys are. This guys has been playing ping pong with you people, but none of you will pick up all this whole thing. And let me say this. The reason why I'm here is for the exposing the dogs, those that sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We know who they are and they said it, but we continue to educate people because we must continue to lay this foundation till Onyendu will come out. Our leader is not pressed about who told him, but since they make it as a bulletin, then we'll help them because we'll have a lot to harness within this thing that's happened. Now, what I want to talk about before I go into the main program I came in here tonight is this. I want to first of all put up a tweet that I tweeted this afternoon because it's very, very imperative that we have a distinction in whatever we do. And like I said, we have a distinction. Before I comment on this, let me just go through this tweet, then I will talk about this in a very, now, this is the tweet Kanu tweeted this afternoon. Okay, this evening, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people will say things and they told you they're doing it for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. None of this individual knows how our leader is surviving from day to day. They wish Onyendu is dead. The same time, remember China Sanwo-Olu coming and said Onyendu has been poisoned. All these things is their wish. Some of them will tell they are giving Onyendu substance in the SS dungeon. Are you in the SS dungeon? How do you know that they're giving Onyendu substance? Even if they're giving Onyendu substance, is that your primary issue? What have you done What have you done? You people that have been outside since, what have you guys done? Is there any of you that can come out and say, yeah, I know how Mazen Nankan is faring the SS dungeon? None of you can come out and say it, because when you guys are saying you can't take order from him, Onyendu is not banging to take order from Onyendu, because if you know your lead, you know that what they call standing order. There should not be any, discrepancies on whether Onyendu sent message or didn't send message. We've been in this position before. Now, Takan tweeted, he said, tell the Finnish double agent that this activities is against Mazen, against MLK and Biafrans in Southeast. Men and women of integrity have called for the release of MMK, including evangelist Ebuka Obi. Yeah, he is financially capable and does not beg for money. Thanks for your prayers on MLK ahead. Now, Ebuka Obi, I don't know because I don't need pay attention. And there's a written, as you can see, the only Mazen Nandekan's release will restore peace, security in Southeast, Eric said, which is Ebuka Obi said. Now, it is very, very important we understand and make this distinction. Somebody will be somewhere memorizing. You see, I don't blame anybody. Do you know why? Because the people that did this knew what they were doing. It's not like they were doing it, they didn't know. They know exactly what they were doing. To actually give this particular room to some people to take opportunity and now become miscreants in Biafra land. IPOB have a blueprint. This is not the first time. In 2014, 2015, 16, 17, they tried to create YPOB and TriPOB. It never worked. Now, you ask yourself, how many groups have they created just in between 24 months, 25 months? How many groups have they created? If these people are fighting for Biafra, Onyendu and MKS in UK here, what brought issue with them? Onyendu said, we'll answer IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. We will not add any name. We will not go through the back door. Biafra in exile is name that has been there. De facto government, it was Dr. What was his name again that come to Radio Biafra? There was one man that come. He was one preaching about de facto government far back. I have met him 101. I forgot his name. Now, all these things is something they're distracting people, and you people are buying into this. And I want to ask Biafran's question. How in the world do you think people will take you serious? Somebody was talking to me, talking about, our leaders' well-being. If he's not talking about our leaders' welfare, he's talking about if Onyendu is still going to come out. So if anybody you're projecting tomorrow being apprehended, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You guys has got no clue on what you're doing to yourselves. And what I'm saying to you is, see, this opportunity we have as a race. If we miss this particular opportunity, we will race. And some of these people that are talking these are grandmothers, grandfathers. They're behaving like little kids. Those that saw the war are the worst. Because I tell you one thing, you see those people that saw war, majority of them that live in UK here, these are the people that were actually the people that were cautious not to get Biafra. For some of them I have come in contact with, I found out that these people are not real. They are not real. They're the reason why we failed. And when you said it one day, when you cried, he said, now I understood what our entire leader went through. The people that is the biggest enemy we have, majority of them are those that saw the war. That are not sincere. That we are playing double agent. That's when you ask us to go and watch Enemy at the Gate. What I'm saying tonight is this. Like I don't really want to mention anybody's name, but Ebuka Obi has prayed for Onyendu and called for Onyendu release, and people are attacking him. And they have attacked Sorudo. What are you going to ask yourself? What are all these people have in common? They have one thing in common. The agenda is to make sure that Mazen Nandekan does not come out of prison. And they continue to ravish our land, because the people that are causing mayhem in Biafra land, China Sanwo-Olu was the first person they instituted of killing in Biafra land. Created dead man's squad in Biafra land. The people that started it and now start killing people, kidnapping people, and now is on rampage. Now it's the business of the day. They call 1 or 2, 3 people, they give them out, they give them AK-47, the one they snatch from the police or whatnot. I'm not interested in all these things. Whatever you guys do, go ahead and do it. But what we are saying, do not interfere in our leader's issue, because none of you understand what is going on around our leader. If you want to emerge, you can emerge on your own. The people that are allowed, because Chike Doziem and his men knew That's what they asked them to do to make sure they destroy IPOB within. That's why I don't hear from Chike. Those them now, they are going around begging for money. All the money they stole from IPOB, they have done nothing with it. They have done absolutely nothing with it. All because some people have said, we are here, we know all the money they stole before even now. They've done nothing with it. They're still going around soliciting for fund for asking which ESN. ESN was formed. Onyendu made it emphatically clear to the world that ESN was formed to protect our forests and bushes against the marauding terrorists that claim that they're flying herdsmen, that the cattle that were asked that terrorists. And Onyendu said, anytime you found anybody in our township claiming to be ESN, that person is a criminal. That is why you must know China Sanwo and all these people you've seen, all of them are gang of. If they have now, what is happening in Biafra land today is what they orchestrated, because you cannot tell me the zoo is still a sovereign state. You don't have the manpower to match these people. You don't have the ammunition to match them. But what do? You go in the village, in our villages, and go there and cause havoc and run away into the bush. They will come there and burn down the houses and you're complaining. That's not what we want. This is not kind of Biafra we want to restore. And people are clapping hands, fools. This mature individual, you guys are contributing money to murder our people in our own, in their homes in Biafra land. He said, your water. What are you guys talking about? The kind of attack Israel have. If the zoo start bombardment in this night, what can you do? Do you have Iron Dome to stop the bomb that Hamas is throwing in Israel? We don't have it. We don't have none of that. You gather 2, 3, 4 men and give them AK-47 with RPG they stole from somewhere. All this nonsense, is that how we want to restore Biafra? You guys are deceiving yourselves because you guys are making it more difficult for Onyendu to come out from the DSS dungeon. You guys are the primary enemy. Everything you guys are doing is contrary to what Onyendu wants. If Onyendu want to come out from DSS, he got the deal and come out. But he don't want to do that. But you guys are pushing him. But what you guys are doing is not for the benefit of IPOB on any Biafra, because within what you guys have been doing for over how many months now? Almost 2 years plus now. Going to 3 years. Nothing comes out of it. Only thing you guys are causing Biafra is mayhem. Now, you guys, anybody threatening people, you sat down in your own comfort zone, you threatening people. I want to remind you people, there is no pseudo person anywhere in the world that commands any soldier. Just like people talk about China Sanwo, nobody that is hidden can command any army in the world. Onyendu paid the price, stood the test of time. That is why most of all those commanders today will die, because they know that warrior is like a coward. You can't sit down in your house drinking champagne and making noise and sending riffraff to go and cause mayhem. And when the real man comes out, people, if the zoo, they're not real men, but at the end of the day, if you trigger them, they come, even though they come attack us and provoke. And that's what they wanted. Because how did they do it? Our so-called elite in Biafra land allowed them, give them the green light to come to Biafra land to massacre our people by actually domesticating IPOB as a terrorist organization in Biafra land, and now the zoo jumped into it. That was a plan. They planned it just like what is happening now. Everything that's planned is something they have bought them over. They know what they are doing. They are not working for IPOB or Biafra people. If you don't see that, I'm not telling you to believe. This is not about saga. To believe what George is saying. No, it's entirely up to you. You see, this thing that is going to happen is going to touch everybody. But you don't go into unprepared war. Even when Ojukwu went to war in 67 to 70, there was consensus. Ojukwu never threatened anybody. Even Ojukwu have the money of the war that he went to war. You don't have anything. You're begging for money. And you're threatening people just to prove that you're doing something. You kill somebody and he's showing it. Tell me coward that does that. All of you are cowardice. You can't do fuck all. That's the fact. So we are saying, you people should stop attacking those that one man and the kind of DSS dungeon. If somebody is saying that they pay Bukobi 14-point-something million, how do you know about this information? Who told you? How much have you collected on your own? It's important, people, before you say something, you have evidence. Show us evidence that the money changed hand, because all of you are in this together. So I will stop here for now. And what I want to do is this. Tonight, like I said, this program is definitely is concerned those that sold our leader. I'm going to say a couple of things as I continue. The question here is who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, for $9 million. They told us we wasn't aware. So many versions of who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can come and go. There are these people that are saying it. We never asked this question. It wasn't interest to us because we know that our leader is still alive, but they continue pushing it. But now it's become more evidently that they are the ones that sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So it is not this one they call Benjamin the Madbugu that went to see Onyendu. Benjamin the Madbugu, you can see where he kissed our leader. And Onyendu said it. He said, I will not disappoint you, but you will be the one to disappoint me. And Onyendu prophecy, every single word Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have said have come to pass. The only thing that is still remaining now is that particular. He said that Biafra will be a miracle. Nobody is going to give us Biafra. It's not about people fermenting problems they cannot equate with. You don't go inside bush and shoot somebody gun. Those that were killing our people was a difference. They're not what you guys are doing today. Coming out. How many times have IPOB come out and threatened anybody in Biafra land? Never before, until Onyendu was in the DSS dungeon. Before China Sanwo, a faceless animal, now become a monster. Fighting. Benjamin Imadbugu, this kiss our leader was the Judas kiss because you are part of those that sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. In your own word. And we're asking this question because this question will continue to come. And tonight, I'm going to play a couple of videos concerning China Sanwo. But before I continue, I want to tell Biafrans one thing to you to understand that Chike Doziem, have you asked yourself the question, where is Chike Doziem? Where is the brute of our time? Where is the vegetable? The enemy at the gate. A man that shot his master in his heart with piercing arrow. Chike Doziem, a monster. Chike Doziem is a monster. I mean, I don't talk about his ugly brother as Austin Albine. These are the men. These are the people that sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They told us that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was sold for $9 million. And we are asking a fundamental question. Can you give us the receipt of where Onyendu, who collected that money? Who sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million? I'm asking you. Chike Doziem and the gang of criminals in DOS who sold Onyendu for $9 million. You guys told us we don't know. But this question will continue to come. You will never stop. And what I'm here, my job is to open your eyes. We are going to go into Italy this week. Italians, national coordinator and his team is coming. All the things that have happened, I don't want to comment on it because they are the ones that are going to break the canal back. A lot has happened. Here in UK, every story that have happened now will start to lay them down one after another. Now they're begging money. They're going around the world begging money. Because what they told them, IPOB, what they told them is to attack IPOB finance because the only way you can kill IPOB, this was the suggestion in 2017. Get into IPOB finance, store IPOB within, build a parallel IPOB, which they have successfully done. Allow somebody, because they knew without creating a parallel distraction, the people wouldn't understand what is happening. That's why every time you hear them, calling it. All of them are the same. They are in it together. That's no different. All of them are the same. Like I said, I'm going to show you, let me show you something before I go forward, because it's important every time you come here, we show you the memo that started all this. Actually, I have to show that memo before I go on to show the flyers, because it's very, very important that I show you that memo again. I know that our people does not remember anything, but we will continue to go ahead and do our work. Entirely up to you if you want to pay attention to it. You can take a horse to the river, but it won't force him to drink the water. What I can do is that I can't force you to drink. I can do my job, but what I wouldn't do is to force you to drink water. No, I wouldn't do that. So I'm going to read a chunk of the memo. The guidance principle that what is IPOB software tomorrow morning. The impediment of IPOB, the genesis of the menace in IPOB started from here. Some of you don't understand what you're saying here. I said the menace, the genesis of what we are suffering today in IPOB started from here. And as every time we come on air, we promise that we will always show you. This particular thing here was the guiding principle. It was Lita Ezeisi. Who drafted this was Ejiofor. If Ejiofor drafted this monster you see here. This is what caused problem in IP. That's why you see them, they were emboldened in everything they do. And every time they're calling somebody's name, they tell you they remain Finland. There is no difference between them because whatever he's doing, he saw what they were doing. After they shared the whopping 747,000, which that particular money is in this file. I can go and show you 747,000 they shared in our former ESN account. All this money, including me, Simon Ekpa, all of them, every single one of them got their own share from this money. They shared that first account. They destroyed it before they formed Umuede account. Falsified. Umuede account was falsified. This is the genesis of our problem. Now, I want to read this for abundance of that. I will continue to fuse this into your ears. Now, I said, the following principle will guide the activities of IPOB until further notice. Further notice means decree, as directed by my client, the kind of the spirit of indigenous people of Biafra. Ejiofor is the person that wrote this. Quote me anywhere. Now, A said, all ESN contribution, donation, fundraising, monthly maintenance, including, but not limited to ESN money in the Italian account. Italian account, they'll be looking for this account. Iruanya was the first national coordinator in Italy. And he lived somewhere in the United Kingdom. He came to London. I don't know where. I don't know if it is Liverpool. A very horrible. So I wrote him to that. I told him, Iruanya, you're a devil. Michael Iruanya, Clifford Iruanya, their name reverberating again. I saw him one time in a meeting in UK. The man is an info man. He ruled Italy with his personal account till tomorrow morning. He never gave account of Italy. There was a time he said he left 8,000 euro in Italian coffin. And I asked Iruanya, what was 8,000 euro doing in Italian coffin when the money meant to be going to IPOB worldwide account? Can you answer that question? Michael Iruanya, the day he tell Biafrans the reason why he left 8,000 euro in account that was supposed meant to go to IPOB worldwide account. Then we, like I said, all of you, because you were one of those they planned. You ran away from Italy and come to UK. I don't know why you run away from Italy. You know, all of you are looking for where to go. But for us to fight and restore Biafra, running from one country to another, people build those countries. It's not monster. It's not. It's God. It's God didn't come down from heaven and build this human being. But how can you people build country with this kind of mentality? Only to beg every single one of you. Avoid buying and selling mentality within IPOB. You guys said no. I will continue. Now he said the money in account in Italy and from IPOB worldwide account goes into US national account, which is 747,000. This is the reason why when they make this, the lady, Madam Oyibo said he went to the account, checking the account and closed the account and withdraw all the money. That's our former ESN account. By this iota of concocted guidance principle, before never met Mazin now the kind of 10 weeks. Onyendu was in DSS dungeon. Onyendu was rendition. Ejiofor never met our leader 101. Ejiofor was writing proxy. That is why all this catastrophic within IPOB happened. I'm reading this because it's very important. You will see what finance is going now in IPOB. IPOB have a structure. It's written in our code of conduct. It doesn't matter if you're a regional coordinator or a national coordinator or DOS, or you've got nothing to do with our fund. Even the useless chickens that would have said that you have got no business with finance, but today all of them are finance officers. Chinas and one mother lives in Italy. When Italian people came, they will explain, not me. I'm not going to talk about it tonight. I will go further. He said from IPO worldwide account and US, that's where they pay the money. US Financial Department appointed by Mazin Nanikanu, which is the IPOB worldwide ESN central account till further notice. Anytime you see till it's a decree. They were passing decree. Every contribution, including but not limited to dues from IPOB North America, Continental, goes directly into the same US account managed by Mazin Nanikana appointed finance officers until further notice. This is how Ejiofor destroyed IPOB. The US 4 region we supervised by Mazin Dubisi Ejasi. Ejasi today, I don't know where these people are, but I think they're still where they are. The IPOB US Central Regional Coordinator to ensure that all regional coordinators are in compliance till further notice decree they are passing on. C, the head of finance should limit. Now, they're ordering Madam Nenianya. Do you see where our problem lies? Because you people does not listen, you don't read. Do you see where they, even Madam Nenianya, next time I come, I'll read our code of conduct for you, because we'll talk about this all the time. On C said, the head of finance of IPOB should limit her contact to the National Finance Department of each country and must not have any direct contact with any IPOB state, zonal, unit finance officers of any country. Now, they are the one telling Madam Nenianya what to do. Madam Nenianya is the head of finance. And Chikedozem will come and question me if I question him. This is where our problem starts. And this is where I'm reading. And then go to D. D says, account statement, spreadsheet, donors, list, or any IPOB document must be given to IPOB assets and finance and funds recovery officer. Remember, who was the so purportedly IPOB assets and funds recovery officer was Nelly Ofebu. Nelly Ofebu, that was her position. And this is what gave them all the power. All the power they have was drafted by Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Chikedozem did not sign because there's this particular document. We have a document. When Chikedozem refused them to sign the document, he was still scared before Ejiofor vetoed it. But at the end of the day, that's where they're operating till tomorrow morning. Now, it goes further to say, we demanded or else that account will be audited and closed if there is misappropriate of IPOB fund. They are saying this like they have any good intention within IPOB, but it was opposite. Just like what is happening today. When you see all these people yapping, you people should learn from what these people have done. From Nelly Ofebu till today, Simon Ekpa has been in part. All of them, China Sawori, Chikedozem, all of them, when Umar called Chikedozem meeting, he didn't know what to say before they put that video on. It's still there. We have the video. Now, there is no difference for what they are doing then and what they are doing now. What they've told you before and what they are telling you now. But I'm telling you, as an IPOB, as a Biafran, IPOB, because what they want to see that IPOB was destroyed. What they use, because Ejiofor was man, they take it to bank. Now, he said, and he goes, let me shock you where everything now was solidified. He said, every fundraising activities must be approved by the IPOB Finance and Audit Department until further notice, which is Nelly Ofebu and Co. Where are they today? They know where to be found. But this is what Chikedozem accepted. This is where they destroy IPOB. F said, Rita Oeze is a deemed and authorized representative and has authority to manage all IPOB financial operations, sign, execute document, and contract in the name of IPOB and Mazin Nandekano without any further authorization by Mazin Nandekano. Full stop. I don't think if you understand what I'm saying, this is where our problem started. I have my reason why I read this. Very, very abundance of that for some of you that do not understand what we are doing, because what we are doing is deep. Now, I want to show a couple flyers here. I want to let Biafrans to be aware. Chikedozem and his men have run out of gas. You know one thing in life, when you live in a grass house, do not throw stone there. There is no ESN anywhere China Sanwo-Olu is ganging, unless they're the killer squad, because what they are doing in Biafra land, they are thuggery, political thuggery. There was a time they have a video, an audio, where China Sanwo-Olu was contracted to go kill somebody. I think one of the politicians is on audio, which I'm not interested in, because I know what he's capable of doing. And we have enormous evidence, just like as we are going to go in Italy. All the things China Sanwo-Olu done in Biafra land, those who used to do it in camps in Biafra land, when he started to destroy ESN, we have all this information. You see the episode we're going to go in now. Who sold Mars in Nanika? This is the episode 002. Now, we're going to go into the Italians. The Italians is starting episode 1. There's another program coming. After that, we're going to go into deep analysis on what happened on the ground within our security architecture in Biafra land that China Sanwo-Olu perpetrated as the double agent, because China Sanwo-Olu, his job was the guy in go and watch his enemy at the gate. The little small boy, that job what he was doing. He was nobody. He wasn't a military person. He was just a messenger. But he was crossing the line. That is the partners I want to play. But time will come and we'll tell you what happened. Not now. Now, I want to show you because I want you to ignore all of this. There is no money. First of all, ask them the money they have money they have stolen from IPOB. All the money in UK here, we can count about £50,000. What have they done with it? There's no account. 747,000. What which ESN are they feeding? Are they feeding the talks? We are going to play the voice of Chinasa Nwodo. The last broadcast he did, he was threatening, calling INEC's name because what they do is to threaten it. They gangs, they have criminals, they threaten to go and kill our people. There's no difference between if Simon Ekpa today is threatening to kill Ebuka Obi, Chinasa Nwodo have made numerous. So there's something in common with all these people. You can't differentiate them. They are all in the same part, and it's very, very obvious. So just take note of this, because Madam Anya have come the last time and make it emphatically clear. Any of this flyer is not approved. It's not IPOB. So these men are hungry. They are scavengers. I'm not gonna go into Italy because this is Italy, but the Italian family are coming on Wednesday. So they are going to be the ones to do the justice. So ignore all this because it is quite irrelevant. And I will flash that flyer here to avoidance of doubt. This is the Italian family. Don't miss this program because this is where the exposition is going to be tough. This exposition is going to be tough. Just to be everybody to be aware. We have a fundraising coming in Germany, which I'm going to play the jingle on the end of this program. That is the only authorized fundraising on IPOB. What you should ask anybody asking you for money, where is this money going to? Ask them, how is Onyendu welfare? Onyendu, they're telling you Maznanka is going to die. We want to get Biafra. How do you want to achieve Biafra when practically you're indirectly abandoning your leader? And you want to imagine another leader that you cannot even, don't think of coming home. Don't think of direction. No leader, no rebel. Even Charles Taylor, before he marched in Liberia, he went to Libya and trained a normal guerrilla warfare before he marched. That to Morovia, man to Morovia, then he marched with his men to Morovia. That is how men do. He don't stay in abroad. He can support with money, but he don't lead. And those that are leading, before they take command from you, they must know that they have the capability, because it's not something you say with mouth. You know, put your money where your mouth is. Now I'm going to do what I came to do here. Tonight again, we are asking question. Who sold Mazen Nandekano for $9 million? Chinasa Nwodo and Chike Doziem and the gang of criminals that are hiding inside the US, which of course today they have moved on. These people are a Biafra community. They are not IPOB member. Like I said, I'm not going to comment on Italy because Italian people will use their mouth to actually explain what is going on in Italy now. I want to play some two videos here before I come back. I want to remind you people who Chinasa Nwodo is. You know, some people have forgotten about massacre. You know, they thought we forgot things. So many things that have happened in that. Like I said, Chinasa Nwodo, whatever you are, you see all those things you've done, you think nobody knew. We don't force things. We take time with things because we have to be vigorously and meticulously in anything we do because we want to be fact-checked in every word we say and every evidence we bring out. Now, I want to go back on Chinasa Nwodo threatened. I want you to listen to this particular tape, please.
The lawyers and the Onyendu siblings, what they do on social media, how they attack IPOB leadership, individually, collectively, you can start to, draw a better picture of what they will be doing when they go to visit Onyendu. Mazi, these people have manipulated Onyendu at a point. It remained to say, shut down ESN, dissolve the DOS, everybody go home and sleep. They have manipulated Onyendu almost to that point. They have manipulated Onyendu Mazi, what you have to ask yourself, the siblings of Onyendu, let them come in the public. And they say, this is what Chinasa Woru did to them. With evidence. Let them come. Any accusation you lay against somebody, let them come, bring the evidence. Forget about blackmail. Mazi.
You know, it's quite pathetic.
Mazi, these people have manipulated.
It's quite pathetic when somebody like him saying that people are blackmailing.
These people have
when he talk about blackmailing. Now, he mentioned that whatever he's saying, he bring evidence. But he's telling us that Onyendu was sold for $9 million US. He didn't bring any evidence. You know, like I said, Kifiki, the guy that killed Tupac, never knew that his words were going to use against him in the court of law. He knew what evidence means when you're saying things you cannot prove. But you just told us that Onyendu, the same person that said he didn't know Onyendu was kidnapped. I will play the videos where he confirmed that, because we need to instill this in our people's mind to understand. We are not looking for who sold Onyendu. We know people that sold Onyendu. But I'm reminding you, it's my duty to come here every time to tell you what this man has done and what they are still doing. Because every unrest in Biafra land today is credit to Chinasa Nworu. Ikedoziem is the boss, it's their boss, but he was the one that announced the sit-at-home Onyendu. Onyendu suspended sit-at-home 72 hours before they announced it. We have all those clips, so we will be playing them as time goes. But listen to him, very important.
Manipulated Onyendu.
Mazi Chukwuma, thank you. I remember Mr. Okado, Dr. Okado. Dr. Okado was the man that pushed vigorously for IPOB de facto government before the our former deputy, confusedly, you know what I mean? Because when men are gullible, he has a good vision. Onyendu never said no to it, but they were working towards it, how that would be, fixture out. Onyendu allowed them to do what they do. So de facto government was Okado. Dr. Okado he lives in Italy as well, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you very much, Mazi.
At a point, it remained to say, shut down ESN, dissolve the DOS, everybody go home and sleep. They have manipulated Onyendu almost to that point. They have manipulated Onyendu. Mazi, what you have to ask yourself, the siblings of Onyendu, let them come in the public. And they say, this is what Chinasa Nworu did to them. With evidence. Let them come. Any accusation you lay against somebody, let them come, bring the evidence. Forget about blackmail. No, they won't. Whatever they do from the day they brought Onyendu, they renditioned Onyendu, the Nigerian government is also working on them. From day one, they wanted
this is exactly what he's doing, because they're the people that sold our leader. And he's just telling you what they've done. This is why I'm playing this, because some of them forgotten all this word. No, we didn't. We will not forget them. We kept everything. Every single vital information about you guys is being kept. Even though you guys have gone up now to delete most of your broadcasts, but it's not going to go away. Unless you didn't broadcast. The day you broadcast it, the broadcast already has been kept. Just for your information. Just to let you know.
DOS to be dissolved. The day they brought Onyendu, that was the day they start fighting for DOS to be dissolved. Sack Chikedoziem, sack Chinasa Nworu, sack ESN. Everybody go home. You understand me? We look at them. They are not looking how far we have come. They are not looking, but their wickedness, their greed, their evil heart, they knows who they are working for, or for what any reason they want to destroy the leadership. I have said in many occasions, if Onyendu wants his brothers to lead the struggle, it's very simple. Onyendu can also give instruction and tell them, hey, you go and become the leader of those who want to support him, those.
You know, in life, like I said, a lot is going to come out of this guy. His mother lives in Italy. Conversations, we have all these things. Like I said, you know, because from the beginning I said anything this guy is saying is what he's doing. They tell you about Onyendu siblings. If Mazen Kanu was here in UK, where the Biafra was from, he suffered with our leader, contributed his own hand-earned money. But you see how the riffraff is talking, as if Onyendu wanted to put his siblings there, he wouldn't take order from you. Mazen Kanu appointed you guys. He's the only supreme leader we have. It's in our code of conduct. So I don't know where he's getting all these notions from. Very, very pathetic. But let's see. Let's continue. This is something you've forgotten, but we'll remind you.
Those who feel they have offered their service will go and sit down. You must not serve in every government that comes up. Everybody must understand that. And I'm using this opportunity this night, Mazi. Whether you are IPOB lawyer, whether you are special counsel to Onyendu, I am saying this thing this evening. From Monday, IPOB members, everybody listening. If you see anybody, whether it is Onyendu siblings, whether it is any lawyer, he said he's representing IPOB.
This references and this thread was directly to Barrister, our special counsel, Aloy Ejimako. Even they made an attempt on his life. But guess what? Every positive thing that will have ever comes out of anything we struggle in the zoo comes out from Aloy Ejimako, our special counsel. When Onyendu was rendition, none of them know what rendition was. Not even Ifeanyi Ejiofor didn't even know what rendition was. He argued with him. He never knew what he was. That was the man he was threatening. And they made an attempt on his life. But I wanted to say it with his mouth. The other day, they wrote a press release about our win, about this, the prosecution of IPOB is illegal. They are writing it. But it's the same man they have threatened open. Sent their thugs to go and kill him. To burn down they want his village and burn houses in his village. For avoidance of doubt. He's on record. Let's go.
He comes outside on social media and writes nonsense that will affect the struggle. Every media warrior descend on that person. If we find him on social media, we don't find. We will send ESN on ground to pursue him. Because we send ESN on ground to pursue him.
Yeah, very important. People must understand that this is the icebreaker. They use ESN to kill people in Biafra land. China Sanwo have it on record with his own mouth. It's not far-fetching. We have all this information and all this evidence. You don't even know what he's saying when he's saying them because that's what they've been doing. I will let this audio stop here. You had him, but thank God that they could not succeed with our special counsel. I want to remind you tonight again about what happened in Aba. Aba massacre. Some of you have forgotten. I will play the video here tonight before I say something about it. You know, this life we're living is very, very pathetic. This young lady you've seen here today is in Nottingham today in UK. For this girl to sold our men in Aba, they compensated her and they ganged up and bring her to United Kingdom for self-help. Why have killed innocent men? This is China Sanwo. When he came out and denied this individual that they knew nothing about them. I want to, like I said to them, we don't come on air for monetized platform or instruct me to do it. This is IPOB affair. Biafra Alpha Power Media is solemnly international is here to pinpoint, to open your oblongata if you cares to, because our people are domiciled. We forget things. We don't ask questions when it's very vital question, when it's needed most. This young lady you're seeing today, sometimes you see post on social media. This is the lady that single-handedly murdered up to 50 to 80 men. Some of them are still in prison. We don't know where they are. and this particular act, Onyendi said, if you kill your own Biafra, they are the people that open door of murdering our people, compromising our people on daily basis. This is not the first time. All the ESN camp, genuine ones they have, they compromise all of them. When they tell you ESN, they don't have any genuine ESN anymore. What they have is that killer machines they have to toggery, to fight for politicians. Now they have election, they give them money, they come and speak, even mention people's name on so-called Radio Biafra. I want playing this to you to understand where we are coming from, because this is not a joke. Listen.
This is ESN Abia Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazina and Dikalo on a peaceful protest, protesting for the release of their leader Mazina and Dikalo and asking the Nigerian government to obey their court order and release Mazina and Dikalo. This is Eastern Security Network Abia State Command in collaboration with IPOB under the leadership of Mazina Dikalo on a peaceful protest seeking for the release of Mazina Dikalo, asking Nigeria government to obey their court order by releasing Mazina Dikalo with immediate effect. We ask for nothing than release of Mazina Dikalo. They are shooting at us. That's all. We are on a peaceful protest and they are shooting at us. Nigerian government are shooting at us. We are on peaceful protest and Nigerian government is shooting at us. They are shooting at us. Tourist targets everywhere. We are on peaceful protest. We are on peaceful protest and they are shooting at us. You can hear the gunshots. People are shooting and shooting. Peaceful IPOB members are protesting for the release of their leader. Shooting and killing IPOB members who are protesting.
Yes, fellow comrade, the purpose of this video is heartbreaking, but we need to remind you that in this course of restoration of Biafra, we do not forget. China Sanworu is not anybody. China Sanworu is fleshless. That's why I don't hear from Chike. Or sometimes you see the one they call Austin Alban, the devil himself, because himself, he knows he's relevant. They're playing then gods. Chike Doziem is hiding because he knows his hands are soiled with blood, and he knows that he's liable because the code of conduct of something that you people don't understand. If they have any illegal issue with IPOB, Chike Doziem is the man that's supposed to go to prison anywhere in the world because our code of conduct is his signature. That same signature that has been sacking people that committed no crime that he don't have any power to do. His signature is in that code of conduct that he defy on daily basis. Now, I just showed you what's happening in Aba. We'll never forget Aba massacre, 31st of March 2023. China Sanworu murdered Akwalawa Mende because Akwalawa Mende knows all the secret of China Sanworu, what he has done. Today they say all these places they talk about Borough Pit and all that. China Sanworu have his own Borough Pit. They all do because what you do is what you know how it goes on. If you're not involved, you wouldn't know. If you're not involved, you wouldn't know. If you're not in business of killing and kidnapping, there's no way you would know. That's what he has been doing. So many people you murdered. He said one is sent in Kenya. Someone is sent in Kenya died. Who is the person? Did the family know the person is dead? He just told you the kind of monster. But your you pretending that nobody knows who you are. Your mother lives in Italy. Though your family lives in Barak in Aba. We know. Maybe Theogida just become president. Maybe governor is your brother. Maybe he's an Imba man. I care less. I don't care. I don't want to know. It's not my business. All I'm pursuing is Biafra. I have no interest in the zoo. We don't stop zoo election and we don't meddle into it. That's his IPOB stand. And all these things, I'm going to prove them tonight. Now, I'm going to play the audios combining Benjamin Madbu and China Sanworu and the last broadcast he made. The distinction between IPOB and the zoo politics. We don't get involved in zoo politics. We don't stop an election because it is, is fundamental right and is obstruction of democracy. That is why IPOB have chosen the stand. Even no one will say no election in Biafra land, we will not advise people not to vote because we don't want to. That is even more severe to the world when they want to justify it. It don't obstruct democracy. Very, very important. That was called insurrection. You look at what is happening in America today with Trump. We don't want to cause any insurrection. Some of you don't understand how the world politics play. And that's why IPOB has been very, 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 very prudent in every our movement. We set the pace, not anybody setting it for us, but when you hear these animals talk, you ask, who are they representing? Is it Mazen Nanikan, or are they saying all these things to Mazen Nanikan to be held? Very, very important. Listen, the question is, who sold Mazen Nanikan for 9 million? We never asked this question, they told us. But who said it knows. And up till now, they have not given us evidence. So as long as evidence has not come out, it must be a discourse at our own time and our own pace. No one will determine it. Very important.
Yeah. Simon Ebenwege the mandate from Oyendu. Only says him go no Lord GSS last sponsor Simon Eba. La Simon Igbo person involved in him. Three countries we him also go no Lord UK.
You see this idiot Benjamin in Madbu. This animal is seen here. This guy went to court and kissed Onyendu. Benjamin Immadbu, like the story they told us of Judas of Carrot. The kiss of Benjamin Immadbu was clear evidence that Benjamin would know what happened to Mazen Nanikan. It was a hypocritical. And after, for how many months he strived to go and see Onyendu, he finally went to see Onyendu. That is where he's making this open confession. There is no distinction between Simon Ekpa and Chike Edoziem and his group. They are the same people. I repeat. There is no distinction between Simon Ekpa and Chike Edoziem. Simon Ekpa, for the first time they allowed him, Simon Ekpa have created more than 10 different groups. Now he's from government in exile, and now he's in de facto government. I have said before, if we have an agenda, if we have a blueprint, I remember 2015, Emeka, what is it? There's this guy again that was one lawyer that time shouting, all this soldier of justice. Where is your? We have roadmap. We have roadmap. I don't often hear roadmap anymore. You don't repeat things. Everything IPOB have done is organic. We are not copycats. You don't copy people. You don't have an agenda. Forget all this schlad and shenanigans, all this nonsense. Our people are very, very retarded people. People are depressed. Majority of all these old people that live in Europe, they want to go somewhere. You know, people like to go to gather and drink and make noise. That's it. That is not what IPOB is. It's not social club. There's no distinction. If the SS is sponsoring Simon Ekpa, who is sponsoring you and Chike Edoziem? A very, very fundamental question. Like I said, there's no distinction between these two. Put me anywhere. Listen to him.
Nigeria and the Kenya. This is the three countries in America. Also, one Malami formula. One group are not. Putra announce for bounty. Listen to what we do. Long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya. To kidnap him, not even arrest. To kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and the Kenya, the people that are responsible for what happened to him. And they deceive Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fought for them and helped them to commit the crime against humanity on him. And in the private jet here. Also that private jet law, one CIA agent in that private jet. The name of the private jet is Phoenix. Phoenix is the name of the private jet. The name is like the private jet.
You know, the ironic thing here is this. These people think Mazen Nanikana will not make it alive. Benjamin the Madubugu, why don't you go and visit Onyende again? How people ask Benjamin, when was the last time you went to see Onyendu again? You guys are claiming Onyendu is your leader, so you can actually go and see our leader. You have gone. Why haven't you gone back? Or has Mazen Nanikana come out of prison? But you will come and condemn Onyendu's siblings. Benjamin, you're in the zoo, you live in Abuja now, you have run away from your house and here. Now you live in Abuja. You went to see Onyendu one time and came and give fallacy. I'm asking Benjamin in Madubugu, go back and go and visit Mazen Nanikana if you have 2 balls under your scrotum. Benjamin, if you have 2 balls under your scrotum, go and see Mazen Nanikana again. He's under pressure, under watch of Ejiofor, the monster himself. Ejiofor is a monster. That is why he's confessing. And he didn't know when he confessed here. He said, no Igbo man, no politician, nobody are the people that sold Onyendu. I'm bringing this into your ears because we will continue to bang it. It's not going to go away. Like I said, I will be laying foundation because there are so many things that are going to come with this program. Mark my words, like I said, this is episode 002. It's going to go a long way on our own pace and our own time. There's no rush on it. I don't really care. But it must be said. It must be there. This is a record that will never go away. Generation to generation. It will never go away. Very, very important. Benjamin, go and visit Mazen Nanikana again if Mazen Nanikana is your leader. You live in Abuja presently. I travel from UK here and go to Lagos, Abuja to go and visit Onyendu. The first time Onyendu was, when Onyendu was kidnapped 2015, I went to the zoo. You live in Abuja now. Presently, you live in Abuja. So go and visit our leader again if Onyendu is your leader. Very important. I will allow you to continue.
My politician, my businessman, they involved in him and kidnap them in like Kenya. Oh, so since you know.
Yeah, man, Benjamin, you are part of people killing people. Why do you run away from your house in Ihala? Benjamin, you are part of the problem. Benjamin, you work with China and you guys started killing people in Biafra land. So whatever Simon Ekpa is doing today, all of you are in together. This is not how we want to restore Biafra. Anybody not somewhere supporting small arms struggle in Biafra land. You people are using the money to buy the blood of our people. That was not what ESN was all about. ESN was very, very significant, and it is a vigilante, specifically on our bush. Not in our township. Onyendu made this distinction very, very emphatically clear to every sundry that if he found anybody on our township say that ESN, that person is a criminal. Very important. All these people you see flashing themselves on social media that command that these are gang of criminals and kidnappers. This is not what we want. After you showcase AK-47 and RPG, when the zoo come with their Alpha jet or helicopter gunship, where are you? Do you have one to counter them? You don't have. So we don't want to use our people, even Abanzonia. You can't compare Abanzonia with Biafra because Abanzonia was part of us before they voted out. Don't forget, Abanzonia was under the Eastern region, under Zik, but they voted on the referendum and joined the people of Cameroon. Now, they made a mistake in 2018 when Catalonia was fighting for themselves. The hoist flag they was not prepared for. They have cost life of their people. That people are trekking miles to come to the zoo to go to school. They are refugees in our own land. We don't want that. We have gone past the stage. And with all due respect, anybody comparing Biafra with Abadan, we must be demented. You are ill. You don't know history. If they choose that part, is their part. We don't want that part. That's not what we want. And the Zoo and Cameroon is not the same. So what I'm saying is that what he's saying here, the killing in Biafra land, all of them are benefiting. Now they have moved to Abuja. They have their boys killing people in Biafra land, kidnapping people. They are the one they're sending the money to them. How are you surviving in Abuja? Who is paying your bills in Abuja? What do you work? What kind of job do you do, Benjamin and Madbu? How do you manage to live in Abuja? I'm gonna ask you a question. Who is sorting your bills in Abuja? You guys are demented. Very, very important.
Okay, continue.
He had a job for telling me continue. He had a job for telling him continue. You are talking about who called the sit at home in Biafra land, which you confess here. Onyendu suspended ghost town 72 hours, and you guys, you are part of the people. Not that when he said US, you are part of them. Even though you are in BAS without portfolio, but you are part of them because you have Onyendu have you as one of the MSU. You have a special duty you do, which you understand that, but not anymore. But you were part of that. You were part of it. You were there when the show was made. Then you have your pseudo animal, the coaching us. I want to come to be yapping in the Biafra. Now you're going contrary to it, but continue.
You poor, symbolic at home, laugh here. Liale already US you were because of Lias stop sit at home. How I stop immediately?
Very, very important. I want everybody that are listening to sound of my voice to understand that we didn't just come out. We have so many things we have given too much, but there's nothing we give that is our weight. That's why you see countries that value what they call patriot. Before people lay their life, what we are doing in IPOB is patriotism. That is one thing majority of you lack. You coming to IPOB, what IPOB will offer me? The majority of you today are making money, blood money out of IPOB. Some of you are getting today monetize your page, but none of IPOB platform is being monetized. Because IPOB could have been making fortune. We could have our own media houses, but we don't get money out of it. We sponsor it from our Onyendu made it so because we want to feel the pain of what we are doing. So how would I, George, you may now come now to use my page or build page under the fan of IPOB? Because I don't have friends. My spirit will not accept that. Because I know that I'm eating blood money. Very, very important. Very important. But let's go. Unless that money you're putting it back to IPOB as it stands today, if you monetize any page for IPOB, that money will go to IPOB. It shouldn't go into your private pocket. Very important. Well, this is very important. So, like I said when at the beginning of this program, there's no distinction between Simon Ekpa and Chikedozie and his gang of criminals. The genesis, just like I read of that guidance principle from Ejiofor. The same Ejiofor was talking to him on the background. Ejiofor, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, that midget, that maggot. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was the man. He was nobody. He's a criminal. I have when Bruce Fem told him that he's not qualified to handle the case because he's facing criminal charges in the zoo. It was in national newspapers in the zoo, which I'm going to read it in next time I come here. Because we want to take it one. This program is going to be, anytime you listen to it, you find something that will make sense to you. That is why I take my time to do it. It's not something you do in a hurry. But very important. Major problem, whatever is happening in Biafra land today, because any problem, you go back to the basics. What actually triggered what is happening in Biafra land? Even though IPOB was tagged terrorists, But what triggered what is happening in Biafra land today? Because IPOB structure was bastardized the day Chike Doziem and his gang of criminals decided to defile Onyendu's words. And the spirit of Biafra go against everything they did. Till tomorrow morning. Put me anywhere. Let's listen to the maggot himself, Chinas Anworu, the monster himself.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Yeah. So, Biafrans, from where I stopped, I was talking about how our brother Mazi Madubugu, we tried to make sure he visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on several occasions have asked him to come and see him in the BSS dungeon, which we have tried on many occasions and failed. But, Chukwu Kabiama is great. Last month when we asked him to come also, he went there. He could not see him. But so God, with infinite mercy, last Thursday, he went there and he was able to meet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we realized also for the fact that there is nobody from the leadership who goes directly or who can be able to communicate to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That people took that opportunity to blackmail.
That's something I want to point out. When these people are contradicting themselves, before he made his broadcast, Benjamin Madubugu have testified that Onyendu is angry with DOS because he suspended the sit at home 72 hours. He's here now playing mind game with some gullible ones. Listen, you cannot go and visit Onyendu. Just like Benjamin is in Abuja, you couldn't go to visit Onyendu. Who cares? Who knows? To blackmail which DOS? Benjamin Madubugu just confirmed to us that Onyendu suspended his sit at home. When Onyendu is angry with you, anybody that close to our leader knows who our leader is. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't get angry. And when he gets angry, his anger is not something you toy with. For those who knows Onyendu should understand what I'm saying. He knows what that word means. And that was our argument. So all this nonsense, what I want to hear, listen to what he's saying and how he's digging his own dish. Very important.
IPOB leadership. They took that opportunity to blackmail everybody they think that will be a hindrance for them to be able to hijack the struggle. That was what has been happening for 2 years. Because I could remember the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Everything was in order. We were communicating, like I said, I continue to say it, I was communicating with him on that particular day until he told me, okay, I will get back to you. And that was the last day. And so...
But you heard him. He said he was communicating with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, that everything was okay. And he told him that he will get back to him. That he was communicating. Chinas Anworu, the ghost monster, said he was communicating with Onyendu. And he told I don't think you guys are getting. When he said that in previous video I played that the media worms, where are they today? All of them are picking their pieces. I told them the day they disgraced Akfaruku Beg. You see these people. It might see people. You think people are okay. They are not okay. I know what I'm saying to you. They are not okay. Hunger. There's nothing hunger will not do. Chisom Dream is now in UK. The one they call, there was one time we saw her passport, the money they were sending to her. These are wretched scavengers everywhere. Scavengers everywhere.
Suddenly, we were communicating, like I said, I continue to say it, I was communicating with him on that particular day until he told me, okay, I will get back to you. And that was the last day. And suddenly, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we were communicating, like I said, I continue to say it, I was communicating with him on that particular day until he told me, okay, I will get back to you. And that was the last day, and suddenly we were communicating. Like I said, I continue to say it. I was communicating with him on that particular day until he told me, "Okay, I will get back to you," and that was the last day. And suddenly, when Mazen Khan was renditioned to Nigeria, a lot of things start happening. A lot.
Very important. I think so many of you had him because I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That was his words. But I want you to listen to him now. Listen to Chinasa Nworu himself, because it's very, very important that we draw this distinction in everything we do. We have the evidence. That was his words. He said he never knew that it happened to Onyendu. But let's listen to this. Sorry about that. So it's not what I wanted. So like I said, I just want to play his audio where he actually tell us how much Onyendu was sold. So like I said, everybody is listening because it's not my words. I want to be quoted rightly. I want to borrow the word that he said. That what I would borrow. Of me, I wouldn't say something that I'm not sure of. So let's listen to him, and we hear where he's actually mentioned that Mazen Khan was sold for 9 million, because this is what I want to instill in our people's mind, because our people are very, very domiciled and imbecilic. You know, that is why today people will be questioning Mazen Khan is going to come out alive. This is a question people that have conscience is asking. So your prediction is that Mazen Khan is going to die in the DSS dungeon. And if he dies in the DSS dungeon, and somebody somewhere will emerge, and if something happened to that person,
and you won't defend yourself.
You know?
But today, most of you now are reasoning. You are becoming critical thinkers. You now consider yourself. You become conscious of who you are. Who will come to defend you? During the Trump campaign, most of you, out of emotion, you were sent out.
Everything that has to do with our leader is a mockery. He mocked Israel. He is the Middle East rep, in quotes. He lives in Kuwait for over years. No, but we don't know what he was doing there. But he couldn't do anything in the Middle East. Middle East died natural death because of Chinasa Nworu. He's been a poison. And one day he confessed that Onyendu actually suspended him because he never see anything come out of Middle East, because he's there, because he's an African Arab man. But I want him to say something. So I want you to hear from his own mouth what he said. And you have had him previously. So if we go back to different versions, he accused Kanu and people that sold Onyendu. But they said they were not aware that Onyendu was in Kenya. But he just told you that he was communicating with Onyendu. He knew where Onyendu was. Not that he didn't know. He was aware. Let's listen.
You are still in the prison in Washington today. For 4 days, Trump was in power. He never talked about you people. He never think about all those who were protesting. Even when a video came online about our people supporting him, he said these are Nigerian Christians. But knowing quite well they were Biafrans. That is why I continue to preach that the time for emotions happening around our leader today is not a child of circumstance.
You know what he meant by that. The guy constantly. I have so many audios. Chinasa Nworu mocked Onyendu. This guy, I said it again. Chinasa Nworu has a pathological hatred for Okukano family. It's not Onyendu. Entire household of Okukano family. The guy has a pathological hatred. But you know what? Mazen Nandekani is a saint. That's all I can say. Let's listen.
Anything happen around our leader today, for us, the IPOB leadership, for the intelligence team, what we are gathering, it is a long time. And the one Mazen Nandekani was rendition, let me put it, the stupidity of Onyendu siblings and some of the lawyers, they hold Onyendu and nobody raised alarm. It was a testing ground.
You had him saying they hold Onyendu, no one raised alarm. But the same person told you that he was talking to our leader the day Onyendu was kidnapped. You know, I don't know. And in this particular broadcast, he said he sent somebody to Kenya to go and find out. Ask him, what did he find out in Kenya? Did they know? What did they find out? How did we establish the case in Kenya? How? Did they understand what happened there? But they went there because they were part of the plan. Somebody led them to Onyendu. I will allow him to speak because all the information is given. How did you get those information? Because Onyendu picture, when they held our leader, they were doing short videos, sending to them, including Madam Oyibo. All of them have Onyendu when they were torturing our leader. They all have it. It's not child of circumstances. He said it here. So they are aware it is long time thing, which he is part of it. Because somebody led them to Onyendu, which he is the primary suspect. Because he said he was in the phone with Onyendu, and they scheduled meeting with our leader that same day. All of them, both of the US, including all this one America, they all were aware where Onyendu was. They were sending money to Onyendu in Kenya. They were the one paying bills there. So they were, all of them were involved in this. They all knew where Onyendu was. Well, let's listen to him. My question is that who sold Mazen Nandekani for 9 million? Who Kidele? If you put Babana, you sabi. Who sold Mazen Nandekani? I say, who Kidele na Baba, but if you put Gida, now you sabi. If you know what I mean. You remember this incident in the zoo. Who Kidele na Baba, but if you Kidele, now you sabi. Who sold Mazen Nandekani for $9 million? And with details. It's very, 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 very clear. There's no... So if some of you today ignore this, how do you think that anybody, any country will look at you people as a human being? Let me be very clear here. I'm about to be clear. If I'm not a Biafran and I ever follow this particular struggle, when I heard this particular thing, someone mentioned this, and you people kept quiet. I don't see anywhere in the world people can absorb such evidential that is staring all of your faces. This animal didn't even know how contradictive as he has gone in. He don't even know where he is right. I'm talking to you right now. But let's finish it. It's important I finish it.
They know, yes, those who were aware. Kalonta cannot say he did not know. The secretary of Onyendu cannot say she did not know. But the mother, they all knew. The lawyer cannot say she don't know. Many of them knew.
He's mentioning their name, but he was first person who knew what happened to Onyendu, which he admitted. I don't know if this guy understands. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut all this video. I'm not going to play it separate anymore. I'm going to put it together. The next program I'm going to do, I have to put that particular audio with this one. I have to merge them together. Very important. When I'm playing it, it's going to be one start finish. This will comes in. Very important. You know, you think China Sawolo have done this. You see, China Sawolo is a monster. Because he's pseudo, nobody knows who he is. He pretending that people don't know him. But at least his mother lives in Italy. People knows who the woman is. And her picture, you see this picture you see here, This picture, these two pictures is seen here after under Chikedo's, that's China Sanwo-Olu's younger sister. That is China Sanwo-Olu's mother. The guy in the dark shade is his brother. And that is the only picture people are portraying with China Sanwo-Olu because we don't see him. Even the shred they have in Italy the other day, he was there. But they said the stupid guy, the animal that seeking asylum in Italy said that he couldn't connect because he wouldn't show his face. Because he's a cowardice. He will never show his face. A murderer cannot show his face because you know. Because China Sanwo-Olu is not even his name. Let's go.
The new Muslim Kano was being adopted $1 million. It was around $9 million. They would have brought Muslim Kano earlier. But because the money.
Listen, Biafrans, yeah. You know, when I look at Igbo people, especially Igbo Biafrans, you know, I sick to my stomach. I'm an Igbo man, but let me be clear. The only thing I have ever get myself involved in my lifetime was IPOB because of Mazen. When I had Mazen Nanikano, and I never regretted it. I have never been in any age grade meeting. I've never been in any Igbo meeting since I was born. You see this thing that is happening now? It makes me sick to my stomach. This guy is giving details of how Onyendu was kidnapped. And the Maraudu, that is in the Biafra, so-called Chinedu, or whatever that idiot's name is, that is another pseudo, nobody knows who that idiot was, could not ask this guy, as you're being explicit with your information, who are these people? Can we, because fact check is what the word, because it's a fake news. If you can't provide evidence, then you are the suspect. Listen to him, and I will comment at the end of it.
It was not complete. They insisted to add money for them. And at that time, these people were snapping Mazen Kano on where they kidnapped it, and they were sending them. They have the pictures. Just from all of them, they all have those, because they were sending them for them to complete the money that they have gotten Mazen Kano. I am telling you, and I'm going to stop there. But I want.
Very, very important. You know, when they tell us that China Sanwo-Olu was building hotel in the Ebonyi State, then some of us didn't take it serious. When they rumor they traveled home with Chike Doziem, some of us discarded all these things because as an IPOB, that's like I said, it is an honor, it is a privilege for you to serve your people with all your heart. That's what they call patriot. Because when a man have given his life, you know you can die in cause of duty. This is how. This is why Mazen is in DSA dungeon. Just like what Onyendu said when 2015, when he went to prison, and those he trusted, that's one oath that will do what he was supposed to do. I will put that prayer on the closing of this program, and they were doing opposite. Listen, after China Sanwo-Olu analyzed and narrated what happened, how it happened, even he's saying the money wasn't enough. This particular question, no country in the world will listen to this and pay attention to any of you. Even if I'm not a Biafran, I'm sympathetic to this cause. If I had this and you guys still goes on to be yapping without questioning who brought the lead to your leader being kidnapped, and the person still portray that is part of what you are doing. He said, who are they? When you said that we are monkeys and baboons, and that is why it does not matter how educated we are, nobody takes us serious. You know why? The brains in Biafra land, if you have a brain, you can't sustain it. MRIs in America, all the doctors, this, that, all these things they gave you opportunity. You cannot harness it in your own land. You know what that means? Is a curse. Do you know what that means? There's a video I wanted to play, but I'm not going to play it. But I want to say something. In my next program, I will continue. It doesn't matter if in talk, but what I will say, IPOB does not get involved in the zoo election. There's a video here, and there's a press release they pull out. China Sanwo-Olu was threatening and mentioning names of the INEC members. The next program I'm going to, I will play that audio and I will read that particular press release they pull out. I can even share the press release here. I know some of you have seen it. But the reason why I want to talk into this lightly and move on is this. I want the world to know that IPOB does not get involved. We don't get involved in the zoo politics. We don't. It is not our thing. We don't get involved in the zoo politics, and we don't obstruct the election either. And it is our right. We exercise our fundamental right by abstaining ourselves from the election, but we don't get involved or threatening the people that works for those that are probably, the so-called zoo government with their handlers. IPOB does not get involved. But this thing is in audio, but I just want to flash it. But what you ask yourself, this is purportedly press release of IPOB.
So the siblings of Onyendu to stop blackmailing people.
Sorry about that. Like I said, this is disgusting because why I'm making this assertion, I want the world to know IPOB stand in the zoo is that we don't participate in the zoo election. And IPOB have the power to boycott the election. But over time, there has been, any time that happened, there's some consensus. That is why we are Republican in nature. We don't oppose things to our people. We don't threaten our people. We have to come into reasoning. When you say superior argument. Now, what you're seeing here is the purportedly, just like they put a press release when Onyendu was kidnapped, mentioning holes of name after they came back and apologized. Now you can see they're mentioning people name. I'm going to play China Sanwo-Olu's voice next time I come on air on this particular the episode 003. We carried that particular audio. Now he's mentioning individuals' name. This is people that work for the zoo government. Has got nothing to do with us. Mention their names and their state and their phone number in radio, purportedly Radio Biafra. Do you know what this is? China Sanwo-Olu was the first person that came to mention people's name, and these people will be killed. Now, it has taken it further to use platform which don't represent IPOB anymore. That particular radio does not represent IPOB anymore. I want the world, cut this particular audio and send it to any place you want to say. I said, the only radio that is approved by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Biafra Radio. Former Radio Biafra London here doesn't serve the indigenous people of Biafra, because if it does, such thing will not happen. These are names of individuals. These are people, these are civil servants working, and they deem them as those obstructing election. The question is this: how do you know? Who gave you all these names? What is your benefit on this particular issue? What is IPOB interest in this particular election? It's not our business. I want to make it clear. And I want everybody to know that IPOB do not dabble into zoo election. Because what these people are doing, their job they are doing now, these are political jobbers. They have their gangs, they have their talks, their political talks. Now, they have even gone further worse than what Mossab used to do in Biafra land. Because Mossab never turned hungry and killing our people. They were extorting money, but there wasn't this vicious that these people are now. But if China Sanwo-Olu can come out on radio and they have the temerity to put it in writing, the people that did this, they can sue the answer of these people without authorization. With the information you have, who gave you the impetus to write people's name? They are the people that are going to rig the election. Who told you? What is your own business? We are IPOB. We requested to have a referendum. So what is your interest of mentioning individuals that work for zoo government, their name in the so-called Radio Biafra? I just want to make a distinction here. Let the world understand that IPOB does not have an interest in the zoo election. Whatever they do, how they conduct the election, it is not our interest. And it is not us that will checkmate. You see what this guy is doing? Some of you don't forget that Tina Sawol have come and tell you that they have people that are going to be manning and be going around and be arresting people. We have all this information. They have done enough damage. But what I'm saying to you tonight is this. IPOB have zero interest what goes on in the zoo election. Our interest, those that want to cast the vote must follow whatever happened because we already make a choice. This is what we want to. This is how we want to. We want Biafra. What we're asking for, give us a day for referendum. They are not talking for our leader. What they are using press release, putting IPOB there is about that political toggery. The first question you ask them, where did you get all this name with their phone number? This is a blackmail on the highest order. And this is a character deformation. And if I were these people, I would sue the hell out of these individuals. For put somebody's name with his state and phone number, and that zoo is when they have your phone number, they have your address. This is how they've murdered so many people. I want to make this abundantly clear that IPOB have zero interest. Only thing is concerned to IPOB is a day for referendum and unconditional release of our leader Mazen Namdekano. Anything else is not our interest. I will stop it here, and I thank every single one of you to listening to the sound of my voice. Because this is a 002